Have you ever thought that there must be a quicker and an easier way of understanding what your best performing content really is? Well, I've been doing digital marketing now for 10 years, and there's nothing more boring than sitting in a dashboard, looking at all these different numbers and trying to figure out what really resonates with the audience. So I started speaking to other digital marketers to see if they had exactly the same problem as me. And there's three big things that everyone kept saying. First of all, we all use loads of platforms. So we're using like GA4, Search Console, Ahrefs, SEMrush, the list goes on and on and on. Second of all, because we're doing that takes a long time. On average, we're all spending about a day a month going through all this data, trying to work out what works and why. And then finally, number three, we end up guessing. Yeah, a lot of the time we end up going on a hunch as to why a particular piece of content works a little bit better than the next one. And that's not necessarily a problem with us, that's a problem with the data that we've been using. A lot of those numbers are really good at giving us an indicator of what works, but it certainly can't tell us why. So that's why we've done something a little bit different. So we've started blending customer feedback, ratings, reviews, feedback, insights from our audience and who they are, alongside all those traditional metrics of success, all those traditional data points. So stick around for the next couple of minutes. I'm going to show you exactly how that works and how it can make your life so much easier. So using easy to create survey widgets, you could do four really powerful things. First of all, you can collect a content NPS score. It's a really simple rating that will tell you if your content is doing its job. Has it met the expectations of the audience? So from 1 to 5, you can quickly see how that rating has performed. And all of these widgets are completely brand friendly and customizable down to color, font, and icon. The second thing you want to do is you want to ask custom questions of your audience to try and validate that the feedback is, from the right target persona, for example. So if it's B2B, you might ask them what department they're in, what level of seniority they are. And if it's B2C, you might ask them where they are on their journey. Are there a certain type of buyer demographic or persona? Just think of things that you can't do at the moment in GA4 and load them up into custom questions. And then finally, you want to use those bits of feedback to understand what works and what doesn't in your content. This is a really nice example here that I picked up on my own content where they said, my newsletter is basically a little bit too long and it needs to be a little bit more punchy, which is fair enough. It is a little bit too long. It does need to be a little bit more punchy. And now this is the final thing. This is how it brings all of this together. So we've talked about how we've always used metrics all along to try and understand what our best performers are. And now with Rockee, you can do a best of both scenario. So all you need to do is jump into your content analytics and you can see all of those key metrics from GA4, such as views, users, engagement time, engagement rate, and the amount of people that have gone on to convert. And then you can combine that with your content ratings and your feedback as well. So really quickly and really simply, I can spot what my best and worst performers are, and I can find out using the feedback as to why. So there you have it. It's time to give up the content performance guessing game. Set up a widget and get insights in just minutes. Visit rockee.io to get started.